What's up, Aries Collective? Thank you for joining me for your August Zodiac reading. If it's your first time joining me, my name is Keita, and if you are a returning viewer, welcome back, y'all. You know, I didn't do Zodiac readings, like videos, for the month of July, so I am excited to be in a space where I feel led to do them for the month of August. And you all are first up, and I've been led to do reading specific to like the light codes and the activations that are taking place at this time, as we are like in this summer season receiving more solar energy, many of us being activated and elevated in a way, going through an ascension. Wanting to kind of get some details about the energy that we're experiencing at this time, and I'm going to be using a deck that I'm not sure I've ever used on the channel. So I'm going to be starting out with the Quantum Oracle, which will serve as kind of like the tarot for us. And then I'm going to clarify that with the Aset Oracle, get some energy from the Isis, see what's popping there on the comedic tip. And then I'm going to close us out with the White Light Oracle by Elena Fairchild. And that's the deck that I don't know that I've ever used on the channel, but it's what I was being led to. So I'm being obedient to what the Spirit has led me to do. I did see 411 and 511 as angel numbers prior to starting the reading, so that may be significant to you all, but we're gonna get into it. I hope that you all are doing well. I know for me, I've been in a very observant, flexible, and receptive energy, just kind of allowing myself to, just saw 211, approach each day in a receptive manner, like I'm not knowing what the hell is coming and what's going, you know what I'm saying? But whatever is coming and going, I'm letting it. I am not fighting it. I am surrendering to it. And so that is what has been bringing me a lot of peace and ease and keeping me centered. And I pray similar or same energy for you all. But get down in the comments and let me know how this 8-8 portal energy has been treating you. Have you been feeling or noticing any like key themes taking place with you in this particular journey? Like I said, for me, it's been like major observation of my own energy and other people's energy. I'm an observant ass person anyway. Like, people think because I talk a lot, I guess they think I'm not paying attention to the patterns, you know what I'm saying, and the behaviors and the way they show up and don't show up, and the lies and the truths that they tell, and so on and so forth. But I be tapped in, I be observing, I be looking, I be peeping the scene, and making my own like mental, somewhat even emotional notes. I've been really in witness consciousness is what it's been, like not too attached to certain situations, but like stepping outside of it to really see it for what it is, and governing myself accordingly, you know what I'm saying? Not taking the shit personal, but also not allowing it to drain my energy or to affect me in a major way. So Aries, we're gonna get into it. Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors, and spirit guides, I ask that you bring forth the best message for the highest good of the Aries collective at this time. I was led to pull to burn a crown chakra incense, so that may be significant. We definitely will see. And I meant to anoint my third eye before I started with some Isis and ancient wisdom oil, so that I will do that as soon as we get this message, because I can feel my crown chakra opening as we speak. So Spirit, what message would you have for me to bring forth for the Aries collective at this time? friends and colleagues, the Three of People. So in some way, the people that you are around, your support system, the people that you connect with, that your chosen family, and not the people that you share bloodline with, are significant to you. You got friends and colleagues. You can see here in this image, you got men and women standing around a table. They're socializing. They are have glasses in their hands, and one lady has a plate. So there's possibly even a celebration going on, but there's some fellowship. That's community, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have playing it safe. So for many of you, and peeking out from playing it safe is milestone. For many of you, you're at a point where you're really taking assessment of your friend circle, your social group, your chosen family, those people whom you choose to connect with. You know what I'm saying? And you've reached a milestone on your journey with a particular group, or like your friends as a whole. You know what I'm saying? That your social group, your colleagues, some of you, you're considering changing jobs or careers, but whatever it is, you've reached a milestone. You've reached a certain point, and it's one worth celebrating. There's a lot of celebratory energy here, but it's like reaching a point of celebration and then pondering where you might be playing it safe, where you may be stuck in your comfort zone. And for some of you, it's a celebration to even be at this point where you're not so stuck in your ways or blinded that you can't even consider or see how you may have gotten too comfortable or be stuck in your comfort zone. You're possibly, even though you haven't made the decision or the moves to make some shifts when it comes to your friends and colleagues, or colleagues, you may not have made any definitive actions or decisions, but just the fact that you are at the point where you realize you probably need to is celebratory. Like, there's something to celebrate, because if you like me, I can get comfortable with people, and you know, if things ain't too bad, like, I can stick and stay for a long ass time. You know what I'm saying? But when I elevate, when I grow, when I evolve, and I start to see clearly where I don't align with certain people, and I start to ultimately value what I bring to the table more, love myself more, I start looking at the people around me and who I'm invested in, who I'm connecting with, and I start taking assessment, and I'm like, it may be time to close this chapter. It may be time to shift. It may be time to promote, and it may be time to demote. So that's something to consider, because you got these people socializing and friends and colleagues. You got milestone, the 6 of events, which was peeking out, and that's a celebration as well. You got a trophy there. You got kind of like a banquet table that's set, flowers, banners, balloons, again, celebratory energy. And then you got the 6 of intention here with playing it safe. So for some of you, you might be going from friends or colleagues with somebody to something more secure and safe. So take it how it resonates. Because with playing it safe, you got fireworks going on outside of this gate, like just beyond the horizon. But you got this woman here, she's sitting there, she kind of ignoring the fireworks that's going on out there, and she's content with her cup of tea and her newspaper and her flowers, and she's sitting there, she chilling, she got her comfortable dress on, and she's not really concerned with what's going on, all the noise that's taking place on the other side of this white picket fence. She happy where she at. So for some of you, you may be going from a situation where you and the person are friends, or you work together, and y'all are reaching a milestone in the connection because it's becoming something more safe and secure and stable. and where you're playing it safe because you don't want to lose one another, or you value what you have, and you're not distracted by what's going on outside of the safety and security of that situation. Let's clarify this message with the Aset Egyptian Oracle cards. Aset being another name for Isis, the Egyptian goddess, the divine mother Isis. Spirit, please clarify this message for the Aries collective at this time. What is we talking about here with this friends and colleagues situation that is evolving? So, what's this? 2 cards fell out on top of friends and colleagues and milestone, right? One being, I think this is pronounced Nut, which is the Egyptian energy of like the stars and the sky, cycles and timing. It is said that Nut is the sky and the like upper world, and then Geb is the earth, the energy of the earth, and the in shamanic terms, the middle world, right? So you can see in this image here where there's like a woman with look like she got on like star pajamas or something, but she's covering the earth, and you have the air in between, and then you have the land. So in Egypt, that was like the goddess of the sky, and then you got galaxies just beyond her body. You got the sun and you got the moon, and that symbolizes divine timing and something being written in the stars, represented by the number 26, which breaks down to an 8. You got a lot of 6s out here, and you also got 333, because underneath stars and timing you have scarab, spiritual transformation, which is represented by the number 33, and then friends and colleagues is represented by the number 3, which tells me that this connection is going to reach a milestone. Like it's time for it to become something different, something new, something safe and secure by way of spiritual transformation, but it's happening in divine timing by way of a spiritual transformation. And scarabs also often speak of protection. So something or someone is being protected, or this connection is spiritually protected as this transformation takes place. At the top of the deck, you have fire spirit. Yeah, something's being created. There's some passion. There's some creativity ignited in this situation. And then 33 with spiritual transformation gives you a 6. So you literally got 666 and 333 out here in this spread. And with this fire that's been ignited, represented by the number 29, which breaks down to an 11 by Queps. The energy is Queps enough, fire spirit. There's some passion, or something has been ignited, a spiritual transformation in someone that is affecting their relationships with a particular friend, some colleagues. At the bottom of the deck, you have Creator God, represented by the number 19, which breaks down to a 10, and that energy is numb, the Creator God. Again, and that's 2 individuals that have been created by way of this fire energy and this milestone that is being reached in a connection. Yeah, by way of spiritual transformation, something is becoming more safe and secure in divine timing. Okay, Aries. Oftentimes with stars and timing, it also speaks to what's going on cosmically. So pay attention to what's going on astrologically. Checking to see what's going on with Venus, what placement Venus is in, the moon cycles. Because oftentimes, like say if it's a new moon, you know that's a good time for manifesting. If it's a full moon, it's a good time for releasing. If it's a blue moon, you can expect something rare and out of the ordinary or even miraculous to happen. So you want to tap in with that too, to kind of give you some insight on the timing in these situations with these sixes, and also with this fire energy. This may be a matter of fire energy tends to take place pretty quickly. So this may be something that takes place in like 6 days of you seeing this, or maybe even 6 weeks. 3 to 6. 3 to 6 days or 3 to 6 weeks, because you got all these 3s and all these 6s out here. So that's something to be mindful of in terms of timing and how this unfolds. But I'm going to close us out with a message from the White Light Oracle. Scarabs have been very symbolic for me here lately. Like seeing different kinds of beetles or scarab symbology. So there's definitely some significant spiritual transformation that's taking place that is getting people in alignment. And for some of you, this may not be like a love connection. It just may be you aligning with your tribe, your soul family, the community of like-minded souls that you're meant to connect with in some way. And for some of y'all, it's reunion. It's actually you reuniting with people whom you've had connections with in other lifetimes. Now that you have aligned with their energy and they have yours, it's just time. So Spirit, please clarify this message for the Aries collective. I'm an Aries, so I'm taking heed for sure to this message. Oh, that's a lie. I don't want all that. Wait a minute. Let's not overdo it. Ivory wish fulfilling crow, represented by the number 39, and telepathy of terror matter. Ivory wish fulfilling crow is represented by the number 39, which breaks down to a 12, which gives us another 3. And then the telepathy of terror matter gives us a 9. Definitely closing out a cycle so that you're able to get this wish fulfillment. There's a wish being fulfilled. It fell out on top of friends and colleagues. So this is something that you actually desire, that you desire to manifest. And this is possibly with someone, especially with spiritual transformation, that you have a telepathic connection with telepathy of terror matter. So you got this crow energy showing up, which may be symbolic or significant to you guys as a animal totem, being able to see things from a higher perspective. Crows often speak to bringing forth a message and sometimes even an ending. And then you got this telepathy. You possibly have a telepathic connection that is evolving in some way, or grounding from the 3D, from the 5D crown chakra connection to one that is rooted in this 3D reality, with the telepathy of Terra Mater. At the top of the deck, you have Dakini of Infinite Light, another 9. Definitely closing out a cycle. Something is changing and evolving, where a cycle is closing, something's ending, so something new can begin. And whatever it is, it has been blessed by infinite light. Spiritual transformation has taken place. And at the bottom of the deck, Bath Cold. I am going to read the message of Bath Cold, it being the card at the bottom of the deck. And in this image, I'm seeing where it looks like some they kind of look like eggs, but they also kind of look like moon cycles in her around her head. And I have no earthly idea what this card represents. And so we're gonna tap in with it, especially as we are at the time that I'm recording this in this 8-8 portal energy. And I bullshit you not, y'all. I got a stack of cards that's sitting in the middle of the deck. And how about the card that's at the bottom of the deck that's sitting in the middle of this deck is Ishtar's Lionsgate. 888, represented by the number 44, which gives you what? Another 8. This Lionsgate energy is definitely bringing out the courage to step forward and make more aligned connections, to shake shit up in your life and end cycles and begin new cycles and end some relationships so that you create space for and welcome in and are receptive to new connections. But I hate that I didn't have these cards in the deck when I was shuffling. That's all right. Let's see what the message of Bath Code is to close us out. I need to really learn this deck anyway. It says, eschew complicated explanations as you seek the simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart. Gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate as being true for your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered at the perfect time. Spiritual transformation is making us value and surrender to divine timing. Appreciating divine timing instead of trying to rush something, or on the opposite spectrum of it, instead of rushing it, like procrastinating when we know it's divine time. It's time for us to get going. So like being able to discern which is the case in your particular situation. But it says, all prayers are answered at the perfect time and in the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. Bath Cole is a mysterious creature. She's an angel, known as the divine oracle, the daughter of the divine voice, the pure and true sound of spirit. When she whispers to your heart, you feel it is an inner knowing, a truth. To honor that inner knowing likely requires the confrontation of fear, or moving in unexpected directions. Confronting where you've been playing it safe, or where you're needing to establish more safety and security in a situation. Facing your shadows. So it says, even so, the deep resonance of her truth is more powerful than the resistance we may initially feel as we let go of our limited perspectives and allow ourselves to be guided by spirit. The spiritual voice of Bath Code is always true, always healing, and always in harmony with the higher loving plan of the universal heart, which is working toward the spiritual fulfillment of all hearts. Hers is the healing sound, the voice of divine prophecy, which not only tells what shall be, but through speaking of the highest potential, creates a blessing which manifests the ultimate goodness within us. When Bath Cole appears in a reading, an inner spiritual call may require a leap of faith, going outside of that gate toward those fireworks, taking a leap of faith, stepping out into the unknown. Even though you don't know all of the details of what lies ahead, you just know that an adventure awaits, and that the divine, like you're protected, and that the divine is going to reveal to you what you need to know in divine timing. A more authentic, awakened you is coming to life, paving the way for the higher self to manifest. Typically means that fear and control-based approaches need to be surrendered. Bath Code's presence indicates something more appropriate and vital needs to supersede the limiting structures currently in place. One thing about the 8-8 portal 8, it's representative of the energy of the infinity symbol. When you turn the infinity symbol sideways, or upside down, it gives you the number 8, which speaks to being limitless, not bound. And so as a consequence, she is a portent of spiritual transformation and material manifestation. Honoring her guidance requires courage, but brings rich reward on many levels. The oracle of Bath Code indicates a voice that is true and needs to be acknowledged. So we talk about working with that throat chakra. That's why I saw 411 before we started, because 411 often speaks to communication, bringing forth important information, being truthful, speaking truthfully. This may be a voice in your own heart, which needs to be heard without judgment or censorship. It may be an intuitive inner knowing to be recognized. It may be a loving and helpful voice of a reliable guide or friend whom you know and can be trusted. It may be a teaching from a dream or an insight from a meditation, or even an inkling that certain happenings or sightings are signs from the universe to help you on your life path. Bath Code is the clear voice of communication between humanity and higher beings, which is why I was led to burn that crown chakra incense, because our crown chakra is that energy center by which we receive messages and activations and signs and synchronicities from our team of light, higher beings. When called upon, she will assist the human to accurately interpret a sign or omen. Her voice brings clarity. Therefore, this oracle indicates a time of confusion is swiftly coming to an end. Yeah, for many of you, you're going to realize that amongst your friends and colleagues, as you go through this spiritual transformation and you reach this certain milestone along your journey, that you've been playing it safe, that you've been around people who support your lower self or your low vibrations or a former version of you, but not necessarily where you're being led or who you've evolved to. Like, it's time to close a chapter, and that includes putting some distance or some boundaries up as it relates to you and some friends or colleagues. And then there are those of you whom, as it relates to where you are on your journey and your spiritual transformation, you're being led to strengthen certain connections where you've aligned with someone and it requires getting out of your comfort zone, like a friend, getting out of your comfort zone with a friend or colleague, to establish something more stable or like elevate in some way the relationship, like move to the next phase or the next whatever is being called forward from you all, which could be a romantic relationship. The oracle also encourages you to practice your power of discernment. You are having to discern what that is. Who stays, who goes, who gets promoted, and who gets demoted. Filter ego from heart. If a point of view lowers your vibration, makes you feel negatively about yourself or another, increase your confusion, or makes matters seem more complicated, it is likely to be an ego-driven viewpoint. To consider what you might be able to learn from their viewpoint, you need to settle yourself on more authentic spiritual ground. And there is a healing process that comes along with this. It's kind of reading like a prayer, but it says, I call upon the divine voice of Bath Cole, guardian of luminous communications and clear channel of spiritual truth and healing grace. Please bless me with clarity. According to the highest wisdom and mercy and in divine timing, may I read the signs and hear the voice of truth louder than all others. May all beings receive the guidance they need to find happiness and spiritual freedom. The version of yourself and the quality of relationships that you are creating with this creator God energy is coming from a more evolved space, a more evolved and elevated version of yourself. And so there are things that are going to be brought into your awareness about people that move you in different ways. Some of it's going to have you confused, some of it's going to have you like inspired, some of it's going to turn you off. Some of it you're going to realize is draining, and you're needing to use the discernment to call a thing a thing. So I hope this message found y'all well. If it did not find you well, I hope something was said that leaves you well. If you are needing a more personal, private session with me, you can email me at turquoisemajesty@gmail.com. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If this resonated with you in any way, leave your comments down in the comment section below. If you'd like to donate, you can find that information in the description box. But yeah, y'all, till next time, peace.